The only thing about having a motion, I know we need a motion and a second, and then it's discussed. Sometimes it gets really messy if we have a motion on the table, and then we get discussion, and then a motion comes out of that discussion.
Well, then we'll have to.
Then we'll have
Just
to,
amend
okay,
it.
yeah, you'll accept the friendly amendment? Okay, I'll gladly start. So, we had our meeting at the Brown Memorial, and there was people here, and there was people here. And there's a whole lot of middle ground. There's like 3,500 feet of middle ground. And there's people that want a project, and they want it in the worst way. And there's people that don't want a project, and they don't want it in the worst way. There's gotta be some compromise. And at one point in time, this zoning board, minus Shauna and Lucas and Bob, at one time, we all voted unanimously for a mile. And maybe we didn't know a whole lot when we did that. But at one time, we didn't think that it was all that wrong. We've done a lot of learning from there. So right now, the 3 times the tip height and varying tower heights, I mean, we were foolish when we went to 1,400 feet, because that didn't allow for tower growth. That, you know, it's how we ended up where we're at today. So to me, the state recommendations are a minimum because we can't go below them. And sometimes I don't think the state necessarily has our best interests in mind. I mean, they wanna see things happen, they wanna see development happen, whatever, for the betterment of the state. I mean, somebody gets hurt in, no matter what project, somebody's gonna end up getting hurt. Let's minimize people getting hurt. So these were some of my takeaways from that meeting that we had. The thought that I had was, let's go 6 times the height of a turbine from homes, publicly frequented structures, and commercial buildings. And if we did a 6 times the tower height, I think they've been talking, there's been print media that said 700 feet. But more conversations with Wells and Lucas, they've been talking 650 feet. Potentially that number was more thrown out by Langdon. 650 feet multiplied by 6 times the height would be 3,900 feet. 3,900 feet is not the 2,100 that would be 3 times the tip height at 700. It's not that, but it's also not 5,200 maybe. Maybe neither side's completely excited and happy and jumping up and down, but maybe there's some compromise there. Another thing that I had gathered from that meeting, the people that really want this. Now, zoning's job is to protect the health, the safety, and the well-being of the people that reside within our zoning jurisdiction. The zoning board's job is not economic development. We're supposed to protect the health, the safety, and the well-being, and allow orderly development of industry to happen. So with that, I think we can satisfy that at going a little bit above and beyond. People when they're offered don't put in the minimum. The team that won football state didn't put in the minimum. But then they talk about having this economic development. We might have this influx of money coming into the community. We might have more people, well-paying jobs, whatever. These communities, if everything that is said comes true, these communities might see growth. If good paying jobs are coming in, I don't know if the people are going to wanna move their family into a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house on 2nd Avenue in New Rockford. They might be looking to do what some other people have done. And I don't think these cities are going to, we're gonna have this economic growth and this population boom in our confines already. I would propose, let's have a setback from these city boundaries of 1 mile for future expansion. You know, look at, I'm gonna pick on, I'm not picking on them. I remember when Stu moved the house in from out on the farm, you were kinda out in no man's land when you did that type of deal. And look what's happened over there now, there's more homes. And Becky, you guys right on the edge of town, very nice home. I think that's, if we see growth, you know, Chance Price up on River Road, you look at, that's where New Rockford's growing and that's where nice homes are going. Not saying there's not nice homes in the city, but you kinda see what I'm getting at. And the same thing for Cheyenne and New Rockford, kind of by default, has a setback, cause I mean, New Rockford's its own deal, but New Rockford Township has a mile setback from a house. So if it's out in the country on the surrounding it, they can't encroach. Look at Cheyenne, and to my knowledge, this shouldn't be real contentious, because I don't know of any turbines that are planned or in layout within a mile of New Rockford or within a mile of Cheyenne. So a thought that I had was, let's protect Cheyenne for growth, let's protect New Rockford for growth, and let's do a mile setback from incorporated cities within Eddy County. Now, it's saying incorporated cities helps protect Cheyenne. New Rockford, I think, already has some protections because of New Rockford Township. Another thought that I had was, look at all the work they're doing on the airport. I mean, I'm certain that it's not cheap.